Another day. Let's put this here. Okay. Only for about an hour. Dead Air has a really interesting show tonight. Dr. Ann Burgess. She was the subject of the Hulu docuseries Mastermind to Think Like a Killer, based on her work. Through interviews and finding patterns among serial killers, her team was the first to find similar trauma among serial killers. So that's what that show is going to be. There's a lot more information, but that's going to be an interesting show tonight. My cousin, she's funny. I had a rough morning at that house painting and doing, not the painting. Rough. I got sidetracked by a little project for like an hour. Tomorrow I should be done with the house. Then it's cleanup time. Then I'll do the garage starting probably Wednesday. I will, once I clean it, I'm going to do a live video on YouTube only of how it looks. All right, I'm going to get right into this because I don't have much time. I don't even know. Open the journal to select the quest. First of all, we should look around to see if I left anything around. I'm seeing stuff too.
So you don't eat meat, Emmerich, but can you eat insects? Are those meat?
Even they breathe and drink and dream. Every watcher must decide where their balance of death falls, what they will and will not take a life for.
Don't worry. I wasn't gonna make you bug cakes.
I can prepare my own meals. I don't wish to be a bother.
But it's fun to share meals. And apple...
Just a casual inquiry.
As I was saying...
Mother? Haven't seen you for... Won't forget. By the fireplace. You too. Love you.
Bizarre. No. Oh, come on, highlight. For real? was gonna leave.
This doesn't look like wine.
Oh, grave mist isn't a wine. It's magically infused vapors, captured near tombs where spirits dwell. I don't partake myself, but it's supposedly quite invigorating.
Nice. I think that's it. It's good to get this activated.
I wonder what this is about.
It's a meditative puzzle on the echoes of our actions.
You know the solution?
It needs to be discovered if it's to have any meaning.
All right.
Why can't we get through that door?
Of course.
Oh, a sprite. Come on.
Allow me.
So you don't eat meat, Emmerich, but can you eat insects?
Didn't you just
Are
say
those
that?
meat?
Even they breathe and drink and dream. Every watcher must decide where their balance of death falls, what they will and will not take a life for.
Don't worry. I wasn't gonna make you bug cakes.
I can prepare my own meals. I don't wish to be a bother.
But it's fun to share meals.
That opened up something.
Anyway, where was I?
I can prepare my own meals. I don't wish to be a bother.
But it's fun to share meals. And apple cheesy butter noodles are meat free.
All right.
Hey, I'm Flynn, apprentice physician.
Everything all right?
I've been busy with patients,
Playing the game
but
for
I'm
about
short on medical
half hour,
supplies.
then I gotta work.
My mentor, Oscar, he should have some. He has a cabin outside the village. If you're out there, tell him you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
Ma, what is it, Ma? I gotta do a show.
Are you all right?
So Flynn must be local.
Then they saw the blight surge through. This is their home.
I can't imagine. My trouble ahead. At them!
They're at range. Good work, everyone. Got it. If you weren't a watcher, where do you think you'd be?
That cabin must be the physician's. Flynn's mentor. Right. It's on the inside too.
Oh no.
We can still search it.
Now, where were we?
If you weren't a watcher, where do you think you'd be?
What?
I admit I haven't given it much thought. And you? What if you hadn't joined the Inquisition?
Oh, I don't know. Might have gotten married, maybe. Children, vegetable garden, goats.
Look for medical supplies. There was a life here.
A happy one.
A notebook. It describes a local plant, Brona's bloom. None here, but Oscar left to find more. For his wife. If he left before the cabin was blighted, we might still find him out there.
May they rest in eternity.
What?
Brona's Bloom. This was in the physician's book. It's been picked over.
The physician, Oscar, was gathering supplies. Let's continue searching.
Brona's Bloom. Picked over like the last one.
The physician left enough to grow. Back. I hope it can.
If we jump, we're dead.
If you weren't a watcher, where do you think you'd be?
I admit I haven't given it much thought. And you? What if you hadn't joined the Inquisition?
Oh, I don't know. Might have gotten married, maybe. Children, vegetable garden, goats.
Do you regret not having those things?
How do you regret something you don't have? Don't know enough about it to regret it, right?
Excellent point.
Darkspawn!
We're ready.
There's a body.
Dead a while, I'm afraid.
His bag. Brona's Bloom. This was the physician. Oscar.
The village will still need these supplies. We should take them to Flynn.
Alexa, stop. Where does this go? I don't think I've been there.
The wetlands weren't always like this. They must have been beautiful once. Damp, maybe, but beautiful.
Huh. Hard to imagine. Flynn, we have Brona's Bloom.
That will really help. Thank you.
Your mentor's dead.
Oscar, the physician. Was he, or his wife, Marta,
I'm sorry. They're gone. You're from here, right? You were Oscar's apprentice.
I knew him and Marta my whole life. I was at the end of my training. I'll make sure it's put to good use. With these plants, I can help the village, the wardens, whoever needs it.
You're doing good work here. I'm glad I could help.
It's not just me. The wardens have a medic. Between the two of us, we'll get by. I want to help. I almost lost the chance.
What do you mean?
When the blight surged through, I nearly died. Evka and Antoine found me, but I was blighted, past healing. They let me take the warden joining ritual. It saved my life, and gave me warden abilities.
Does that mean you're a Grey Warden?
It should mean I have no choice. The joining ingredients are rare. If that first warden had found me... Evka and Antoine said I'm welcome, but they're happy to see me continue as I am.
So, Antoine and Evka giving you a choice...
It's against the Order's rules. Or it was. I don't know if they broke the rules or maybe something will change. What they did? But Evka said to stop thanking them.
I know there's a lot that goes with it, but I'm glad Evka and Antoine found you.
Me too. It's just a lot to get used to. You know, I can sense the blight in my warden patients. I can't reverse it, but I think it helps my treatments. I won't be killing Darkspawn, but I'll fight the blight my way. I'm still Lavendale's physician. Whatever else has changed, that hasn't. At least I hope not. After you became a warden, did you change?
I don't know. I think I'm the same,
What's up,
but
Bob?
so much has happened. I probably can't be.
That makes sense.
But hey, if you're happy where you are now, that's what counts for today.
Thanks, Rook.
Anytime.
Are we done?
You're breathing easier?
You've got patience worse than me. But if you had more questions about Warden stuff, I could wait.
I'd appreciate it.
Anything interesting out there?
There's the manor. It's been abandoned since, before I was born anyway. It's supposed to be cursed by a monster or demon or just magic. It depends who you ask.
I've been there. It was interesting.
Did something really... But you're all right?
I'm fine. And I've got a new story for Lavendale.
That's it.
Well met.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were.
Spirits.
You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mathal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
If your Mythal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
Uh-oh.
What? That was like how Elgernon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mathal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mathal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mathal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elgernon? Or Solus?
The last time Mathal faced Elgernon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mathal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mathal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mathal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mathal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Shit.
Every decision he made, Solus thought he could save people, stop things from getting worse. Now his only way forward is a plan so terrible his last friends had to stop it.
An unfortunate belief that all paths are closed but those one has already taken.
There might have been a better choice.
'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends.
Oh, Jesus.
More so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other?
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries.
In a swamp.
Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Thank you for the information, Morgan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morgan said that other fragment of Mythal was. That has to be her.
Do you believe she'll be willing to speak with us? Or are we
Oh
bound
boy, here
for
we go.
violence?
Guess we'll...
That's it.
find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanurus, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillinane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun.
Uh-oh.
You wish for my help? Convince me.
Oh, shit.
Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Oh my god. It's either this or this.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something
I
else.
passed that one.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
Shit.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Oh.
And the Blight only happened because of what you did. You need to fix your mistake.
My mistake? I saved lives and ended a war, you petulant child. Your words are weak. Prove your worth or die.
Oh, I made the wrong choice. It might have been inevitable. Really?
Everyone, get ready!
Her draconic form is quite formidable.
powers. The essence of a god. It burns just being near it. But this is the power we need to finish this.
Morrigan seemed to think we'd know how. Do we know how?
I think the moment is coming. When we can turn the tide, we'll know.
Good place to stop. Right here. Time to go to work. Dead Air starts in 25. I may be back tonight. I want to get this painting done in the morning early. Today I went through hell. He bought these blinds for the windows, 2 of them. They fit inside the window frame. The problem was there was these little moldings in the corner, so it wouldn't fit flush to the back. The problem was I couldn't drill up on the top to mount them on the top because this is not sheetrock. This is plaster. So it was a disaster, me running for a saw, pieces of wood that I can cut and screw onto the back part in order to place the bracket on it, in order to put the... Oh my God, it was a nightmare this morning. Scrambling, cutting, screwing the wood in, mounting the brackets on it, to mount the freaking blinds on it. It worked after about an hour of going insane. But, you know, when you have to come up with something, you have to be creative. And it worked. And then, I did some touch-up. The touch-up is all done, except the kitchen. So, well, only the kitchen counter. A little molding that goes around the bottom. That's it. Then I have to paint the baseboard with semi-gloss in the bathroom. And then I have to paint the mantle with the same semi-gloss. Then there was two big areas of repair that I did with compound. I did it yesterday, but since it was deep, it cracked, so I had to go over it again today. And I have to sand it tomorrow and then paint over that. So, and then after that, I'm done. So I got about 2 hours of painting tomorrow. Then it's cleanup time. Clean the whole place. I started the kitchen today. I did the cabinets, I cleaned them. Once I finish painting, I'll clean the counters, clean the bathroom, clean the tub, sweep, mop, done. So, yeah, but this is a job for my neighbor, Bob. I'm going to do a video live on YouTube tomorrow, if I clean it all up by tomorrow, which I plan on it. Then Wednesday. As a matter of fact, Alexa, what's the weather for the next 7 days?
7 days. Monday, 44 degrees
Rain.
Fahrenheit and rainy weather. Tuesday, 48 degrees and fog. Wednesday, 55 degrees and rainy weather.
That's the day.
Thursday, 36 degrees and partly sunny weather. Friday,
Alexa, stop.
30.
Wednesday is paint day in the garages. Because I gotta have the doors closed. It's gonna be 55, which is freaky weird. That's almost 20 degrees above normal. A good day to do the garage, both of them. Get that shit done, and I am then officially done with that job next door. Then I can rest my shoulder and just let it heal. I haven't given it a chance to heal. It's feeling a little better today, actually. Because I didn't do no real lifting today. It's actually feeling better today. But it ain't there yet. So I don't plan on staying up late tonight because I want to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning and attack. I saw that, Bob. So then I got to do a special pre-record at 1 my time Tuesday and another one at 6:30 Tuesday night. So that's why tomorrow is a very important day to get stuff done. Because Tuesday is going to be a dead day. And I have to meet him because we're going to go buy a snowblower for the new tenants. They're going to remove their own snow, but we're going to buy a snowblower for them. Then we're going to buy a new dishwasher because he's not happy with the one that's old, the one that's in there now. He wants all new. I don't want the old dishwasher. It's rusting on the bottom. It needs to be replaced. This is beyond. It's no good. So there's still some stuff to do in there. The appliances come Friday. The new stove, new refrigerator. So I need to get this stuff done by tomorrow. And it'll be the end of that. I've done my part. So I wish I had a money printing machine. But that wouldn't be legal, would it? So I don't think I would want one. He already gave me a little bit. I said, here's a little something for now. He gave me $300. A little something for now. So he takes care of me. I don't have to worry about that. I don't even tell him a price. I just accept what he gives me. That's how we do as neighbors. And his wife is retiring in 2 years. He's already retired. He retired this year. He may be moving into that house. So he's going to be my neighbor directly. And we're going to be hanging out. That's for sure. His family's all up here. His daughter lives 10 minutes away. His brother lives 10 minutes away. They're all up here. The whole family's up here. He's the only nut job in New York City. No drones. No drones. But there was a classified hearing that was held by the Senate with Arrow. And who else knows who else about all these drones, including military bases in the UK, U.S. military bases in the UK. Nobody has taken responsibility for the drones in Jersey yet. They're not. It's quiet. Nobody's saying. But the next week, Toby and I have an exclusive, not on drones, but on something else that is mind-blowing. We're just gonna hear what they have to say, These are university folks, and I'm not going to get into details. But it's fascinating. This is going to be mind-blowing next week. There is a video of what is going to be shown next week and photos of something, but it's not what you think. We're recording this on Tuesday. It'll air next Monday. Today we interviewed Don Ecker. That airs tomorrow. It was interesting hearing Don's take on Bob Lazar and a few other individuals. Richard Doty. It went too fast. So we're gonna have Don on again in January. But interesting little tidbits about what happened back then. Because he actually went to Lazar's home and interviewed him at his home. So I need to get the hell off because I have to do a show right now. So yes, effort is always results. It doesn't matter how much pain I'm in. It's not going to stop me. I have to get the job done. No matter what the cost. No matter what the pain. It just has to get done. Then I'll have plenty of time to just lay back and let this shoulder heal. Because it is still hurting. I'm not even going to move it. I just want to keep it. I'm not in pain right now. Well, I am, but not like I've been. No, I got to go do a show. I'll be back after 10. For a little while. Because I'm getting up early tomorrow to paint. Finish the job. Then I'm going to do a live video. Then I'm going to do a live video from the house on YouTube tomorrow. But if you can't see it on YouTube, I'll share it tomorrow night. But I'm doing a live, I'm going to show the people the job I did at this house. It looks amazing already. It does look amazing. The place looks great. He should rent that place like this, the way it looks. But like I said, the appliances aren't there. There's still a couple of things that have to be put in there, but I'm still going to do the video. All right, I'm out. Show to be done. It starts in 17 minutes. Dead Air. They have on True Crime Dr. Ann Burgess. She was the subject of the Hulu docuseries Mastermind to Think Like a Killer, based on her work. Through interviews and finding patterns among the serial killers, her team was the first to find similar trauma among serial killers. She co-founded one of the first hospital-based crisis counseling programs at Boston City Hospital with Boston College I can't even talk, I'm so tired. Sociologist Linda Little Holmstrom. Together, she and Holmstrom conducted extensive research regarding the 1960s rape victims in Boston. She interviewed victims and quantified their experiences. This caught the attention of the FBI. She began to consult for Johnny Douglas, Robert Ressier, and other FBI agents in the behavioral science unit to develop modern psychological profiling for serial killers. The BSU was interested in doing similar research to Burgess, except with perpetrators rather than victims. Burgess was granted access to the early cassette tapes that were recorded during the first serial killer interviews, such as discussions with Edmund Kemper, Ted Bundy, and Charles Manson. Holy shit. She's got an interesting past. She was also a consultant or expert witnesses on cases involving the Menendez brothers, Bill Cosby, Opal Horton, and John Joubert. She's the author of A Killer by Design, Murderers, Mind Hunters, and My Quest to Decipher the Criminal Mind. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay, somebody's messaging me. Okay, I'm out. I gotta go. So that's gonna be on now. Red Star, see you later. Bob, see you later. Kevin, if you're still there. Anyone who may be watching, be well, be blessed, be safe. I'll be back in a couple hours after the show at